What if everything you believed about starting a business was wrong? What if the traditional approach, write a perfect business plan, raise as much money as possible, build the perfect product, then launch with a massive marketing campaign, was actually the fastest path to failure? What if the smartest entrepreneurs in the world were doing the exact opposite, starting small, moving fast, failing cheaply, and building empires from the wreckage of constant experimentation? Welcome to Book Essence, where we unlock the essence of every book so you get the wisdom without spending weeks reading. Today, we are breaking down one of the most revolutionary business books ever written, The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. This book did not just change how startups are built, it changed how the entire business world thinks about innovation, risk, and growth. Whether you are building a global tech company or a small fashion brand in Bangladesh, the principles in this book apply directly to you. Let us unlock them. What is a startup? Eric Ries opens with a definition of startup that surprises most people. A startup, he says, is not defined by its size, its industry, or whether it has a tech product. A startup is any organization working under conditions of extreme uncertainty. This means a startup is not just a Silicon Valley tech company. It could be a new division inside a large corporation. It could be a small business launching a new product. It could be a one-person operation testing a new idea. If you are doing something new, something where the outcome is uncertain, you are operating like a startup. And the biggest mistake startups make, the mistake that kills more businesses than any other, is spending months or years building something without ever finding out if anyone actually wants it. Ries saw this pattern destroy company after company, teams of brilliant, hard-working people investing everything into a product or service, only to launch and discover that the market simply didn't care. Not because the team was not talented, not because they didn't work hard enough, but because they never tested their assumptions. They assumed people would want what they were building. They assumed the problem they were solving was real. They assumed the solution they had designed was the right one. And those assumptions, untested, unvalidated, unquestioned, were the silent killers sitting at the heart of every failed startup. The build, measure, learn loop. Here's the core engine of the entire lean startup philosophy. Ries introduces a simple but transformative cycle: build, measure, learn. Instead of spending years building the perfect product, build the smallest possible version that lets you test your core idea. Then measure what actually happens when real customers use it. Then learn from that data and decide whether to continue on the same path or change direction completely. Then repeat: build, measure, learn. Build, measure, learn. Faster and faster with each cycle. The goal is not to build the perfect product. The goal is to learn as fast as possible whether your idea is worth building at all. Ries introduces a concept that has become one of the most famous ideas in modern business: the minimum viable product, or MVP. An MVP is not a bad version of your product. It's the simplest, most stripped-down version that still allows you to test your most important assumption. Famous example: when the founders of Dropbox wanted to test whether people would pay for cloud storage, they didn't build the entire product first. They simply made a short video explaining what Dropbox would do. They put it online. Overnight, signups went from 5,000 to 75,000. They had validated the idea before writing a single line of real code. That's the power of an MVP. Test the idea first, build the full product after. Validated learning. Here's a concept that separates great entrepreneurs from everyone else. Ries says the only measure of progress that actually matters in the early stages of a startup is validated learning. Not how many features you built, not how many hours you worked, not how much money you raised, but how much you actually learned about your customers and whether what you learned moves you closer to a product people genuinely want and will pay for. Most entrepreneurs track the wrong things. They count website visitors, social media followers, app downloads. Ries calls these vanity metrics, numbers that feel good but tell you nothing useful about whether your business is actually working. He says to focus instead on actionable metrics, numbers that are directly tied to real customer behavior. How many people who tried the product came back? How many people completed the key action you designed the product around? How many people referred someone else? These are the numbers that tell the truth, and the truth, even when it's painful, is the most valuable thing an early-stage business can have. Because a business that knows the truth about its customers can fix its problems. A business that's measuring the wrong things keeps running confidently in the wrong direction. Pivot or persevere? This is the question every entrepreneur dreads. Is what I'm doing working? Should I keep going or should I change direction? Ries calls this decision pivot or persevere. A pivot is not giving up. A pivot is a structured course correction, a deliberate change in strategy based on what you've learned, while staying committed to the same core vision. Some of the most successful companies in the world were built on dramatic pivots. YouTube originally started as a video dating site. Instagram was originally a complicated location-based app before the founders stripped it down to just photo sharing. Slack began as a tool built internally for a gaming company that eventually failed. In each case, the founders were paying close attention to what their users actually loved, and they had the courage and flexibility to pivot toward that signal. Ries says the biggest pivot mistake entrepreneurs make is waiting too long. They spend months defending a strategy that the data is clearly rejecting, because admitting the strategy is wrong feels like admitting failure. But a pivot is not failure. A pivot is intelligence. It's proof that you're listening to your customers, to the market, to reality itself. The entrepreneurs who win are not the ones with the best original idea. They're the ones who learn the fastest and adapt the most intelligently. Small batches and continuous deployment. One of the most counterintuitive ideas in the entire book is about batch size. Traditional thinking says, do big things in big batches. Build a lot, release once, make a big splash. Ries argues the exact opposite. Small batches win every time. He uses the example of stuffing envelopes. If you have 100 envelopes to stuff and seal, most people would fold all 100 letters, then stuff all 100, then seal all 100. That feels efficient, but Ries proves that completing each envelope individually, fold, stuff, seal, move to next, is actually faster overall. Why? Because small batches reveal problems immediately. If the letter doesn't fit the envelope, you find out on envelope 1, not on envelope 100 after you've folded them all wrong. This principle applies directly to business. Release small updates constantly. Test each one with real customers. Fix problems immediately. Learn and improve with every small cycle. Companies that release one massive update every 6 months are flying blind for 6 months at a time. Companies that release small updates every week are learning and improving every week. Speed of learning is the ultimate competitive advantage. Innovation inside organizations. This is the final powerful idea in this book, that lean startup principles are not just for new companies. Ries argues that every organization, large or small, new or established, needs a system for continuous innovation. Large companies fail not because they lack resources or talent. They fail because they lose the ability to experiment. They become so focused on protecting what already works that they stop building what comes next. Ries recommends creating dedicated innovation teams inside organizations, small, autonomous groups with permission to operate like startups, to test new ideas quickly, to fail cheaply, and learn rapidly, and bring those learnings back to the main organization. The companies that will dominate the next decade are the ones building this culture of experimentation today. Not the ones with the biggest budgets, not the ones with the most employees, the ones that learn the fastest. Let's bring together the greatest lessons from the lean startup. 1. A startup is any organization operating under extreme uncertainty. If you're building something new, these principles apply to you. 2. Stop building in secret. Test your idea as fast as possible with the smallest possible version, your MVP. 3. Build, measure, learn. The faster you complete this cycle, the faster you win.
4. Track actionable metrics, not vanity metrics. Measure what actually tells you whether customers love what you built. 5. Pivot or persevere based on data, not emotions. A pivot is intelligence, not failure. 6. Work in small batches. Ship fast, learn fast, improve fast. The speed of learning is your greatest competitive advantage. Eric Ries ends with a vision that is both humble and inspiring. The goal of a startup is to figure out the right thing to build, the thing customers want and will pay for, as quickly as possible. Not the perfect thing, the right thing. And the only way to find the right thing is to go out and learn from real customers in the real world. Stop planning, start testing. Start learning, start today. That is the essence of the lean startup, and that is what we do here at Book Essence. We take the world's most powerful books and unlock their wisdom, so you can start applying it to your life and business right now. If this video brought you value, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone building something new. Every week on Book Essence, a new book, a new lesson, a new chance to grow. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and keep unlocking your essence. See you in the next one.